Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. It looks like that Nar may be in danger if we are to believe the mysterious Urgathor, or what's his name? I forgot his name.
We have to leave at once.
But anyways, let's go protect Nar. We have to leave at once if we have any hope of arriving in time to face the Urks, Kippen. We may have already been too late. Let me know if you're ready. Urgathorn, that's his name, that's right. Okay, let's go.
We will travel to Zudrugun together, and at once.
Are you ready, Kippen? We will travel to Zudrugun together and at once. Interesting
Once
art
more
here.
We put our trust in Urgathorn and travel with utmost haste to Zudrugun. Will we find there a band of Uruks, as he says, or a time-wasting detour?
We are here and not much behind the Uruks, if that is their foul stench I sense on the air. The other rangers who came with us will approach from the other slope, and we will rejoin them when they have scouted the heights. For now, let us continue and defeat whatever Uruks have stayed behind to defend their way back down the mountain. If these Uruks are like the others I have seen, some will be stationed between us and the summit. As I said, to battle. We have done well, but do not let down your guard. Who is there? I can hear you sneaking about. Go ahead and blast this guy. Little help would be nice. That is all of them. Make your way further up the mountain and find Kendith on the way. There's a few Uruks here. Dang it, I'm silenced. Can I get on my horse here? I can. That's nice. Couple more Uruks. What do you think the boss wants with him? Doesn't matter what I think. Boss wants him. Boss gets him. I like this guy. He's a simple man. Or simple Uruk, I should say. Looks like Kendith is just up ahead. There are Uruks further up the mountain. I have heard some of their talk, and they call themselves the Grishkuk. Their leader is called Nurzumgrat, and it sounds like he has come to the summit. We must fight through these Uruks, Kippen. From above. Sweet. They're like ninjas. And I am silenced once more. There's a great troll ahead. Keep climbing the path and defeat it. Alright. Alros? We have to do something about this troll, Kippen. The defender of the span keeps us from Zudrugun, when Nar and Frigthir must be in mortal danger. I guess I could... Oh my gosh, no. I'll have to be very careful as to not get punted off. Good. Keep moving on up. Kippen, this way. The Uruks are at the summit. We have to do something and quickly. This way, to Zudrugun. Man, there's a ton of them. Unless you want to same that fool ranger, you'll tell me where Nar is. Orinir, he's wounded. I told you I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Hold, Uruk. Ah, more rangers to slay. What pleasing this day has become. Take them. Well, I guess I'm only fighting a few of these. A lot of these are like greened out. Probably a few more are gonna open up here. Gonna let him bleed out. Get ready for the next one. What is this commotion? Uruks, Nar. Uruks, let me get my axe. He's so casual. Gotta love those demented dwarves. There's one left. If this is to be my end, I will finish as many as you as I can. Durzumgrat. I am silenced, man. I hate getting silenced by Uruks. Anyways. Haha! I am ready. It is over. But what of Coronir? And Kendith? I am fine. I'm merely winded. I am glad you arrived when you did. Alright, so it looks like everybody's okay, thankfully. Ha 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 ha, that is how you slay an Uruk. But where's Thrain? He would want the honor of defeating the leader of this band, and it was wrong of us to deprive him of it. I will be well enough after a short rest, Kippen. Help me to my feet and inside Zudrugun. I have something I need to tell you about Nar. He was acting... Damn it, I missed the text. He was acting something. I don't know.
Once again, Ergathorn has saved us a great deal of trouble.
I'm pleased that you came to the defense of Zudrugun, Kippen. Once again, Ergathorn has saved us a great deal of trouble. Why do I not feel more relieved by this?
Before the attack, Nar became very agitated, and no words would calm him.
He moved from shelf to shelf in a certain section of the library, and in his agitated state, I could not even get his attention. I will point out the shelves. Perhaps this time you will find some relevant information that will help us get to the bottom of this mysterious dwarf. The shelves are on the upper level on the north side of the library. Alright, so let's go that way. Upper shelves, north side. Where am I going? This is completely blocked off. I can't even jump through it. I guess I'll keep going up, and then that way I can head north. Over this way. Alright, there's a few shelves here. You have found some pages which have been hastily torn from a larger volume, perhaps a diary or records of events, and seems to be only a few years old. Surprisingly cold for March. Our friend the ranger came by again today, and we spoke for a time about the situation in the north. His chief is on some errand to Mirkwood, but it seems to me that Tugon knows little of it as well. Nar has been in high spirits lately. I think he likes receiving visitors, though he does not always recognize them or who they are. Still, it seems to me that he enjoys the company. He does spend a great deal of time in his mine. I only accompany him occasionally, but there are only so many times that I can see Thor's stonehouse standing empty before the melancholy is too much. Nar sees it as it was, I think. I am content to let him visit it by himself. These periods give me time to write in my book, which is fine by a dwarf. I think tomorrow I will walk down to the Coombe and see about picking some more herbs I have read about. Perhaps I will make that brew after all. It will be nice to have Nar to talk to again. You found a stack of loose papers, yellowed with age, which seem to have been placed back onto the shelf randomly with no regard to keeping them in order. And in the last month, a great number of supports have fallen, giving rise to concern among the dwarves who have stalls in Ziggle-Jabal. A dozen of our stonemasons were directed to repair the supports, and trade should resume shortly. With these stonemasons went several wagons of material, chiefly unearthed stones, but also a number of fine gems, a gift to the dwarves at Kekel. We will see how hotly burned the forges, and if they can work the gemstones into their craft as well as we are able. Judging from the state of the next page, it is even older and only a few words can still be read. Time, we lost one of our own in the Forbidden Halls. They should seal it away and forget it. Forget it was ever delved. Oh my god, I butchered that last sentence, I'm sorry. Alright, last shelf here. You found a book of which the cover is missing, as there are many pages, but it has been recently read and was clearly put back carelessly. But the beast returned that night, and the walls all around shook, and with sound of its fury. The doors were barred, but the bars bent with each mighty crash of the creature's bulk, and cracks began to appear along the lengths. "We must return its youngling," cried Cellar over the din, as he leapt forward, knocking aside the warriors that braced the door with their bodies. The first bar gone, then the second. "No, Cellar," they shouted, but it was too late. The third bar fell to the floor, and Cellar threw open the door. Old Stonetooth was through the doorway, and in seconds, Cellar was trampled underfoot along many good dwarves that spoke against the capture of Pebblewort. It availed them nothing to end. Stonetooth thundered down the length of the hall, braying for her young, and then an answering bleat. It drew her down side passages and steep sideways, the flagstones cracking beneath her great weight. The dwarfs freed Pebblewort from his cage, and many of them ran. Those that witnessed the reunion of the mother and child did not survive to tell it. But the next day, when the dwarves ventured back to those broken halls, all was empty. Old Stonetooth and Pebblewort were never seen again in those caves, and none know where they went. But it is said still today that the earth shakes, that Pebblewort is running beneath the mountains, expressing joy at his freedom, carving great channels in the walls in the deepest caves of his golden horn. Now, I'm pretty sure that Stonetooth, haven't we fought Stonetooth somewhere? Or am I making that up? I'm trying to think back here. Stonetooth in Moria, maybe? Wasn't he a Kurgrim? Pretty sure he was a Kurgrim in Moria. But anyways, I guess that's enough of that. Alright, let me head out here. Should I just jump? Should I jump? I'm gonna jump. Nar should be around here somewhere.
Oh, that was quite a battle, was it not?
It has been a long time since the Uruks dared to show their faces, but I must tell Thor when he comes back. Actually, let me see what he has to say about the other things. You were reading about Ziggle-Jabal?
What's that? They have need of more stonemasons at Zigil Jabal?
It seems every week they ask for more. Nar shakes his head and his face is suddenly mournful. There are few enough stonemasons here to repair our own hold. I cannot remember the last time I saw one. The last time. Nar brows furrow in thought as he speaks no more.
Tugan? He is a ranger, you know. He comes to visit us from time to time.
Talks to Frigthur when he talks, which is seldom. He does not eat with us, which I find curious. I have not seen him lately. Hervin, have you seen Tugon lately? Hervin? Nar sighs and strokes his beard. Has Hervin met Tugon? I can't say I remember. I think he must have, but I cannot picture it. That is strange. Why do you ask about Tugon? Not many rangers in these lands.
What made you think I would be interested in myths and fairy stories?
What are you saying to me? I do not have time to listen to legends, friend. There is work to be done. What made you think I would be interested in myths and fairy tales?
Oh, that was quite a battle, was it not?
I do not know what interest Nar could have in these topics.
A list of repairs at a dwarf hold in the White Mountains, a page from Frigthur's journal, and a story about some beast, likely more tale than true. I can think no common thread that ties these together, just as I could not the last time we tried to make sense of the dwarf's curious behavior. Return to Halbarad and tell him that for now, Zudrugun is safe from the Uruks. You should be able to find him among the huts on the western side of Lanuk. So I gotta return. I guess I could go to... not Narspeak. That's where I am right now. Let me go to Thorscombe and then ride from there. Well, I guess I could take a pony, actually. That'll be better.
How can I be of service?
If you guys know about Stonetooth, leave it in the comments, but I'm very convinced. I'm like 90% sure that he's actually a mob in Moria that I've actually killed before.
I have bad news.
We have found
Ergathorn. He is dead.
My god.
One of the scouts of the Occluth found Ergathorn's body this morning.
Hidden behind a fall of rocks on the southern edge of the Coombe. I think he was ambushed from hiding as Wadu was. Though it is strange that he was not slain by sword, arrow, or bolt, he was killed by hand. The life choked out of him. For now, his body is being kept in the Hall of Making to the northeast. You should examine Ergathorn's body to see if we can learn anything more of his fate. Very interesting. There's the body. Looks like just a regular old dude. Looks like he's from Gondor. It is as Halbarad described. The man is wearing armor of Gondor and has no sword wounds on his body, but he is dead. You notice a scrap of parchment clutched in one hand, which you'll pry loose and read. To the Rangers, the dwarf has already told your foe much, and I fear that it will be enough to endanger not just your errand, but the delicate situation in Dunland as well. Things are not as he thought they were, but they will be soon. He has been slowed by his uncertainty concerning the errand of your company, but not stopped. They who swore an oath to Isildur at Erech, you know of them, and of their home beneath the Dwimberg. But you do not know that some number of them sought to flee their curse and came to hide in the place called the Forsaken Road among the Lich Bluffs. If they could be made to fulfill their oath to their chieftain forebear, all might not be lost. Not all remember the old ways, but I do. For Ithil that was lost, and for all else that was forgotten, I remain. Ergathorn. Alright. don't know why I got on my horse just for this short little ride here to Alberod.
He was unable to deliver that letter in life. He has done so in death.
He must have been coming to leave us that letter, Kippen. I know not who set upon him in the wilderness, far from safety, but I believe it is a foe of which he speaks of, or an agent of that enemy. I believe now that Urgathorn's enemy is our enemy as well, but now at last it has become clear. Whoever killed Urgathorn can move stealthily and strike without warning, but chooses to use neither sword nor bow. If this mysterious foe can move about without the knowledge of his prey, he may have overheard our conversations. If he, too, speaks with Nar, that could be the source of the dwarf's information, but twisted into a form unbeknownst to Nar himself. And it all comes back to the Oathbreakers. Is Urgathorn right? Could they be compelled to fulfill their oath? If we can learn that this is possible within the Forsaken Road, that will be a great boon for Aragorn. Speak with Radanir at our campsite in the grove of trees east of Lanuk. Tell him what I want. Tell him that I want this investigated. Alright. Let me see if I can make this jump again. Excellent.
Alberon's wishes are my own as well.
We will walk the Forsaken Road and see what lies within.
We must learn if Aragorn can compel the Oathbreakers to fulfill their oath.
If Urgathorn is right, a number of Oathbreakers fled from the Dwynborg after Isildur cursed them and left Gondor. They traveled through the trackless wilderness seeking to escape the curse and came at last to the Lich Bluffs. Did they find what they sought, or did they come to realize that there was no escaping their curse? I do not know. But if we can find the Forsaken Road where this enemy finally remained, we may learn something to our advantage. We may learn if Aragorn can compel them to fulfill their oath. I have spoken with Rod, who is the scout who found Urgathorn's body. He knows where the entrance of the Forsaken Road is and will show us the way. Talk to me when you are ready and I will assemble a group of rangers to investigate.
Are you ready to depart for the Forsaken Road?
Many of my brethren have volunteered to come with us. They are eager to find some information that will aid Aragorn, especially to see if there is some secret by which he can compel the Oathbreakers to fulfill their oath.
We have come to walk the Forsaken Road, where a group of Oathbreakers sought to escape their curse. Is it possible that Aragorn might compel them to fulfill their oath? We seek to learn if it is so.
This is an evil place, Kippen, and the dread of it lies like a cloud upon my limbs. And so cold, I should think I would never be warm again. This is a place of the dead, kept by them throughout the long years. Will they rally to Aragorn's cause? We must learn if it be so. Stay alert. We do not know what we will find along the Forsaken Road. The men we seek must labor still under Isildur's curse. What ceaseless toil and cowardice is given them? Hold, there's a presence here. Show yourself. Who dares disturb this place? Who dares venture where only the dead may walk? The living may not pass. This road is not for you. Turn back. Turn back while you still have the power to do so. Only the dead may walk this Forsaken Road. Come, my brothers, come see what these wayward children. A lot of them. Who dares disturb the restless dead? I dare. And what is that to us? Why should we the dead care who you are? Why? Because my chieftain is the heir of him whom you took your oath. No. Stay on your guard, Kippen. These men are without honor. We are here to listen to their words, but we must remain cautious. Do you acknowledge the right of Isildur's heir to hold you to your oath? You have not been judged worthy of speaking, weak child. If you can defeat me, perhaps Brito will listen to your claim. Is everyone alright? You see now our strength. We are not to be trifled with, Mountaineer. Ha ha ha, you cannot defeat me. I'm doing way too much damage, man. Have you had enough, Mountaineer? Your honor is gone, and only my chieftain can return it to you. That remains to be seen, warm blood. Dang it. The Dunedain and their allies will not be cowed by the likes of you, Oathbreaker. I desist, Dunedain, for now. You fight passing well for a child. Bertil will want to speak with you. Bertil always wants to speak with those who will brave this road. Keep to the chasm on your right and you will find him. Keep to the chasm on your right and you will find Bertil. We will stay here and you should go find Bertil on the other side of the chasm. We must learn what we may along the Forsaken Road and cover as much ground as we can. Come, my brothers, it is not our time. We will explore this side of the chasm, Kippen, but you must go on ahead and search for the other side of the Great Rift in this earth for Bertil, he whom Mountaineer spoke. Guess I'll just follow the path here and see where it leads me. Pretty linear. It was unwise of you to come here, Warmblood. This place belongs to the dead, who do not rest, and all of your kind who stay here perish. You came to this place to escape your curse, Bertil, and you brought these men with you. But there was no escape, and you will never know peace of death until you fulfill your oath. I will consider what you have to say. This seems to me a good sign, Kippen. If the Oathbreakers will fulfill their oath to Isildur, we will command an army, the like of which has never been seen in Middle-earth. Surely victory will not be far behind. Yes, I will consider it, but only if you can stand the dead. Witness the strength of the Dunedain and their allies. Yes, I am filled with fear of you. Perhaps these others will do. Bertil, enough of this. We need to prove nothing to you. I think you do. God, I hate the stunts. We did not come here to entertain your careless whims, Oathbreaker. And yet you do most admirably. Come, my kin, slay them. Relentless, man. Especially with the stuns. Excellent. End this, Brito. I command you to end this. I need not listen to your come-ins, warm blood. Alright, I think we're probably done here. Hold! He's mad, man. I have the authority to command you and all your kind, Brito. For I am the heir of Isildur. What evidence do you have of this to be so? Only this, the ring of Bara here, heirloom of Isildur's line. I see. We will fulfill our oath at last, that the heir may lift the curse. Tell your men. But that is not the ring of Bara here, and you are not the heir of Isildur. You are betrayed. You must escape the Forsaken Road. Oh no. Kendith. Now you die. Run back? Oh man. We have to get out of here. Ah. So several rangers have fallen. Let me group up all of these guys. The whole chunk of them here. So Kendith has fallen. That's not good. What has happened? All of a sudden the Oathbreakers fell upon us and we have only driven them off for a moment. We have to get out of here. Where's Kendith? I have not seen him yet. Stop. We have to wait for Kendith. He has not yet come this way. You are correct. We must get out of here. Hurry before it is too late for us. Let me talk with Halbarad. Try to figure out what's going on and where to go to next.
We knew there would be hardship on our road, but to happen so soon. Go to Coroner and tell him we are done with Zudrugun and done with Nar.
It's time we made ready to leave once again, and I want every ranger ready to depart. We have lost too many of our number to foolish detours. Enough. Go to Zudrugun and tell Coroner that it is done. We ride at first light. I do not care what Nar may know, or what Urgathorn was afraid. I thought that we could attain some secret, some new wisdom that would be of use for Aragorn when we come to him at last in Rohan, but I was wrong. There's no secret weapon, no easy victory. Go to Coroner and tell him that we are done with Zudrugun and done with Nar. Alright, let me travel up there. It's going to be a little bit of a longer episode, I think. So poor Coroner is dead. We first met him all the way back in Angmar, if you remember, in Augur. Man. Maybe he's okay. Maybe he didn't die. I don't know. Doesn't seem likely, though.
I will follow Halbarad's orders, but I will not leave until I have some answers. After
the disaster of the Forsaken Road, I strode through the Coombe and collected the ingredients for the strange-smelling brew. Kibaluz, Najamuju, and Hulwu Hers. Frithgeir did not want to, but in the end I gave him no choice, and he has brewed the drink and given it to Nar. Hurry, now go to Nar and ask him once again how he knows of the Oathbreakers. Ask him how he knows the words of Elrond concerning the paths of the dead. Ask him why my friends are dead. Go, Kippen, we will leave Zudrugun, but first I want to know why all of this had to happen. Actually, let me... How do you know Elrond's words?
I did not know the words of Elrond were a secret. My friend knew of them.
And spoke at length concerning the futility of traversing the path of the dead. Nar breathes deeply the strange-smelling brew, and he smiles quizzically at you. He sees much that perhaps should have remained hidden. It's true, but when he speaks of a thing, I confess it seems foolhardy to disagree or debate with him on it. He has a curious way about him, this friend I met in the mines. I thought it was strange to see him there, but he said that Herluf brought him down there. Nar's brow creases in thought. But that's odd. Herluf went south to Ziggle-Jabal and hasn't been here for years. I wonder when he let my friend into the mines.
Why, Saruman the White, of course. I thought you knew.
Nar looks at you with funny amusement. Clearly, he thinks you have said something funny. In regards to who he met in the mines, he says, why Saruman the White, of course, I thought you knew. Nar does not seem to notice your shocked expression. He has long been a friend of my family, of course. He is the very wisest of the wise, it is said, and I agree. Nar finally seems to notice your shocked expression as you hastily explain Saruman's treachery. Nar waves his hands impatiently. There must be some mistake. Saruman has always been a friend to the dwarves, and through the long years he has told us a great deal that would otherwise remain hidden. The wizard has not betrayed us. There must be some mistake. You seem to think that I have done some wrong, but I can tell you certainly I have not. What did you tell him?
He was very interested in the Rangers, of course.
And in the Dunlendings who live nearby. He wanted any maps of cave systems and dwarf mines I could bring him in the library. He said that he was trying to protect the Dunlendings from a massive gathering of Uruks, and so he was. You saw a group attacked us here. Did he say anything about Ergothorn?
He never spoke of anyone called Ergothorn to me.
He did speak occasionally of someone doing his work in the lands of Enedwith, Dunland, and Rohan, but whether he was talking about the same person or more than one was never clear to me. It is not the place of this dwarf to question a wizard. The distant expression that Nara usually wears has been replaced with shrewd glare. He is still under the effect of the strange-smelling brew, but the clarity may not last long.
I cannot believe this. We have played right into Saruman's hands.
The traitor Saruman has been influencing our errand without our knowledge, and we have played right into his hands. This stage of our journey, this investigation into the mystery posed by Nar is over. J.R.R. is right. The next stage of the journey will take us south into Dunland, likely towards war and danger, right beneath the shadow of the enemy. But it does not matter. What matters is that we journey. For good or for ill, the great company will continue on its road. This detour means that the enemy knows we are coming. We must hope that he does not know why. But if he does, perhaps that knowledge will cause him to make a mistake, to make some error that he will regret. Our friends have perished, our hope for the future must not die with them. The great company will ride again and soon. You will come with us, if you wish to. I would not blame you for changing your mind, for the road will be hard. So, I'll just take whatever here.
It is true. We don't know what we will find as we ride south. I look out over these lone lands and wonder what will happen to them when we have gone. But this is something we must do. Each of us has sworn an oath to Aragorn our chieftain, and none of us will break that oath. We know the risks. None of us would join the Grey Company if we felt its errand was not important enough to brave those risks. For my part, I will not give in to fear of the unknown. We all have our role to play, and I hope only that when I have played mine, the world will have been better for my having been in it.
So looks like that is the end of book 3, I believe. So I think now I can finally pick up book 4. First of all, this to Dunland quest. Let's see. Yes, map of Dunland, to Dunland, a map of Dunland, and notes to join the Rangers as they cross that wild land. Okay, so I got that in the mail a long time back, and looks like I can finally complete it. Hail, Kippen, we move for Dunland, then we must endeavor to sneak past Isengard without rousing the suspicions of Saruman. The journey will be dangerous. Will you join the Dunedain once again? Alright, got all that. That letter finally disappeared off my inventory after being there forever.
We have delayed too long already. I am ready to go.
Return to Habarad and Lanuk, and we will decide how best to proceed south into Dunland. Sorry. We will leave this place behind, and none too soon. If we had left earlier, we could have left with Kendith and my fallen brothers, and not without them. Alright, my friends, so that's going to do it for this extra long episode. In the next one, no, we're not going to be venturing into Dunland just yet. We're not done with this season. We will be going into the Mornshaws and completing some quests there. So thanks for watching. See you next time.